Hey you guys, Sam Marie and Mr. Beezer's right here. I was going to call it a night. I already did 2 readings. I've been outside today. And I put my cards away, but I kept the Norse Goddess Rune Oracle out. And I've been sitting here for like 30, I don't know how long, about 30 minutes maybe, going back and forth. And so I'm called to pull more from this deck and possibly more than likely read from the book. I kept getting this feeling, not mine, that somebody's feeling kind of hopeless right now. I'm not putting that on anybody, okay? But that's just what I'm sensing. And I was called to keep the Norse Goddess Rune Oracle deck out to maybe get some clarification. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother Gaia. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. I'm the divine. I'm divinely protected. No weapon shall ever prosper against me. 11:19:4. Beacon, enlightenment, passion, harvest, reward, cycle, yearly cycle, weakness, unwellness, stagnation. Somebody who talks about cycles a lot. This could be a cycle of depression, a bipolar cycle in your life, or a certain time of year. Oh, this time of year I always get depressed. When this person's anniversary death date comes up, I always get depressed. And I'm sensing even a month before it comes along, within 2 weeks or a month beforehand, you're already thinking about it. You're already feeling like, well, here comes the death date. Here comes the state of divorce. Or here comes, I can feel when my cycle of bipolar or depression or something like that. This is what Spirit is showing me is prevalent. And so you're setting the stage of stagnation. You're setting the stage of hopelessness by speaking it into existence. Yes, there's patterns. Yes, we look at patterns. But the purpose to look at patterns to recognize how to break them. Let's just be honest. And everything I say and always have said comes from a loving place and a non-judgment place. This message should be of enlightenment for you. So you know this pattern is going to come. So what can you put into play to prevent it from happening, from you cycling? I'm seeing someone cycling. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. I'm getting ready to cycle. You're speaking it into existence. I don't care if it's going on 5 years. I don't care if it's been going on 5 years, 10 years, 7 years, your whole life. Your body, your system, your mind, your spirit is used to that cycle. There has to be something. That's a weird part. There has to be something that sticks a hole. Sorry. In your spokes and your wheel from stopping. There has to be something to stop it. I don't care what you've been told. I don't care if you take medication for it. I'm not saying not to take medication. I'm not saying what you're experiencing isn't real. I'm not saying that your diagnosis isn't real. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that you have the power and the control that you need to work through this when it comes. It's not going to happen the first time. Okay? It's going to take a minute. You may stick in the spokes. And then it just goes, slows it down a little bit, or maybe doesn't last as long. The next time it comes around, you may actually stick the stick inside the spoke, and it jerks you. Oh, no, I can't do that. Oh, shit, I'm not going to do that again. And then the next time you kind of ease into it. Okay, I know I usually tell myself this is coming. How can I counterbalance that? How can I counteract this from happening? It may take a year or so. I mean, if this is like something major that happens, like it may take some time to do this. But this is what's keeping you stuck. This is what's keeping you from feeling. This is what's making you feel hopeless. What's going on? 7, communication, wisdom, message. This is the message for you. Number 1, this is 7, 1, portable wealth, abundance, finances. A toll on your abundance. This is taking a toll on your life. This is taking a toll on your finances and everything. Please, again, know that all my messages are only to help people heal, to take a bigger, broader perspective and take control of their life. You have the power and the control to stop these cycles in your life. Or to at least get them to slow down and to not have a self-fulfilling prophecy when you're starting to feel the symptoms of it. You may and I get it because I suffered from PMDD, and I didn't even know what PMDD was until I went to a doctor. I noticed that a week or two before my menstrual cycle that I used to feel like I wanted to off myself, and I'd be perfectly happy. Like, why do I feel this way before my period? It's not PMS. It's way more severe than that. And I'm grateful that the doctor respected that I didn't want to take medications, because I was on my no medication journey there. And so we talked a lot about that. And I had to put into play here where I know this is going to happen every month. At least that's what I told myself at the time. I would talk myself out of it. And even when I would try to talk myself out of it, I'd still start to feel that way. So I started to do different things. I started to go out in nature more, no matter how bad it felt. I would take hot baths. I would take salt baths. I would put my feet on Mother Earth and ground. I would talk through certain things. I tried different things multiple times over and over and over again. And finally, after about 4 or 5 months, I never had those symptoms ever again of PMDD. Now, I'm not taking away again from anybody's diagnosis. Not that this matters, but I'm very familiar with the DSM and the diagnoses and things like that. So I never want to take away from anybody's label that's been placed upon them. But don't live in that label. We're going to be running out of time, so we're not going to read the book. I just want to have a conversation with you about this. I've been there. You're not your label. You're not your diagnosis. You are your own medicine. Just remember that. Start to look at how you feel, what your body, mind, and spirit tells you about this cycle that's coming. This impeding hopelessness. And it may not be a trigger. It may just be every month something happens, It may be, like I said, it could be the anniversary death of somebody. It could be anything, but there's this thing. The key word, if you notice, is for you, is that it's like a cycle. There's something, and it could be a cycle of addiction. It could be toxic relationships. It could, and we dive deeper into that if anyone's interested in how you can avoid those. It's all about you and your self-healing. But just start to get a notebook out. Something simple. Just start writing down on day 15 or 2 weeks before the date. This is what I started to feel. This is how I responded. I actually have a worksheet that talks about that I used to use for myself and clients about how I was feeling beforehand, what was going on, what were my emotions, what was my body telling me, how did I respond to it emotionally, physically, what did I do to counteract it. And that way I was able to visually, because some people are visual, I visually see, okay, I tried this, not saying it didn't work, but then maybe I knew no matter how much pain I was in, I still, even if I couldn't walk, because the PMDD, I literally wanted to take my own life. And I would say, the very least I'm going to do, I have 3 things, the very least I'm going to do, we're almost out of time, sorry, I'm not sorry, I'm going to take my shoes off and just stand in my front yard and look at the sun for 10 minutes. And I made myself do that. There was multiple things I tried. So I really, truly hope this helps somebody. I was sitting here and I just couldn't put these cards away because I kept feeling something of a cycle of hopelessness. And so I wanted to share that. I hope this has helped somebody. I know it has. Please like and share it. We don't have to like it, but please share it so messages can get out to people of hope and healing. Thank you to all my other light beings and light workers who spread love and joy and healing. May you love and be loved. Heal. Don't harm. Have a great rest of the Sunday.